Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. This is Leia from Star Power Tarot here with another reading for you. I don't know. I feel kind of wired because I just had a bunch of coffee. So we're going to try to manically record two readings. So this is the first one, and this one will be what are some important changes, important transformations that is happening in your life. So kind of messages from spirit about how your life is changing or incoming changes that are about to happen. And then I think the second video, I'll do like a relationship video or something about like what should you do in this connection. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you hit the notification bell, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and as always, comment what resonates below. I love responding to you all in the comments, and I thank you so much to the people who've been commenting so far. We're a small little community right now, but hopefully we will grow during the coming months. But to all of you who are watching, like, I'm very grateful. And so thank you for supporting my business. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is below to my Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and decide the 3 piles. So usually I do this before we even get started, but we're going to go ahead and get 3 cards. So pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So pile number 1 is games with the number 12. Pile number 2 is relationships with the number 39. Pile number 3 is leadership with the number 37. So take a minute to meditate and take a deep breath. Focus really on which card resonates with you. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. And the question is how is your life about to change? And so once you're ready, the timestamps are in the description below, and I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile number 1. So if you chose games with the number 12, this is your reading. So the question is, how is your life about to transform? How is your life about to change? What are some messages from spirit about the direction of your life and how it is transforming? So this card has a series of questions, and it says, do you feel that you need more fun and play in your life? Is someone playing games in your working or personal life? Do you need a game plan to improve your status or direction? So immediately what I feel, if you chose this pile, is a lot of you are changing direction in terms of goals or your approach to your goals. And I think a lot of you are about to realize something that you're doing or some way that you're approaching things has not been working or has not been the most effective way to go about your plans. And you're repivoting. So you're pivoting toward like a new approach. And take what resonates. I forgot to say as well, like before we get started, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, comment what resonates, subscribe. But let's go ahead and get some cards from Moonology and the Tarot. Well, let's get some Oracle cards first, right? So Spirit, how is pile number 1's life about to change? From the Moonology deck. There we are. Believe in the impossible. Blue Moon. Spirit, how is pile number 1's life about to change? And let's get from this deck. I feel like, I have been recording videos when I have time. I feel like I should be doing it at a faster pace, but then I have to kind of forgive myself and be like, girl, like, you're doing so much already. Like, have patience for yourself. But I think that's a message for you too. Pile number 1 is to have patience for yourself. But how is pile number 1's life changing, Spirit? Okay, these 2. I want to check them out. Ooh, happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So, what I'm getting, courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Some of you might have strong Leo placements. But what I think is a lot of you watching this pile, it's, someone told me something that I think is a message I'm going to relay to you. But someone said that, like, when you over-structure your life, when you overplan, when you overthink your goals, it petrifies you because you're actually scared of the unknown and you're actually not moving as fast as you think you are because everything you're doing is like I should do this, I should do that, I should do this. And it's not joyful. And so it actually slows down your manifestation because it's not joyful. And so the advice for this pile is your manifestation really depends on your joy. So with your goals, with your plans, with your ambitions, what you need to focus on is, and what I think you're paying more attention to in the near future is what makes you happy or what makes you unhappy. And I really feel that this pile, some of you are going to be crossing off, you know, check boxes that don't make you happy. Like you're like you thought you really wanted a particular goal or like a particular amount of money or a particular person in your life, and you're realizing, like working towards this is not really fulfilling me on a soul level, so I'm just gonna exclude it entirely. So this pile, your life is transforming because you're really pruning away the things that are not essential to you. Some of you might benefit from buying a moldavite. That's, and I don't say that lightly because moldavite is like a stone that, like, in my opinion, will ruin your life for 5 months, but give you a really good life after those 5 months, in my experience. But I'm getting a message that some of you would benefit from transformation stones. And you can always pair moldavite with a gentler stone like moonstone, peridot, amethyst to, to soften the effects. At least that's what I think. I'm not like a super, super, super specialist in like crystal magic. But so that's by and large how your life is about to change, pile number one. And oh, look what we have, the tower. We're gonna pull that out right here. But so let's get from the Rider-Waite-Smith Spirit. How is pile number one's life about to change? I'm going to shuffle 4 times. So we're going to shuffle 4 times. And as always, comment what resonates. And really pick and choose what feels right to you, right? Tarot and spiritual videos, they're not meant to like make you reliant on them. They're meant to activate your intuition and teach you how to access your intuition, right? That card just like plop, like it flopped over. Hi flop, the star. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. And then what is one more card? Can we clarify the Courage card, Spirit? Can we clarify the Courage card? I don't know why. I feel so excited for this pile. Ooh, and the King of Pentacles. So, a lot of you... Okay, so this is why I think we had that Moldavite talk just a second ago, because a lot of you are kind of in this Moldavite energy where a lot of painful transformation is about to take place. And don't be scared of it because it's essential transformation that you need. That's going to put you on the right path. But after this tower moment, so this dramatic, there might be some dramatic changes coming into your life soon. I'm really feeling it's about career or money. It could be the loss of money. It could be the loss of a job. I'm not trying to make you nervous, but that's just kind of what I feel. But after this tower moment, you are about to be so much more aligned with your destiny, with your path, with your purpose, pile number one. And it's really going to bring you abundance beyond anything you've imagined, with the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. And there's a message here. If some of you are gender expansive, gender fluid, non-binary, you're really balancing out the like masculine, feminine energies or ways of expressing yourself, and you're really exploring that. So that's a message for some of you. Some of you are really about to explore like gender expression in a way that you haven't before, and it's going to make you feel so much more comfortable and so much more at home with yourself. So it's a very beautiful energy for this pile. But you need to believe in the impossible with this Blue Moon card. And I'm hearing that song like, Blue Moon, I saw you standing alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. So by that, what I mean is, and it's clarified by the tower. So if there are some substantial changes that suddenly happen that pull the rug under you, pile number one, Spirit's advice to you is to believe that it's for the better. And you might not see the better part of it or the positive aspects of these changes, but with due time, you will begin to see that, certain changes, certain endings, are putting you on a path toward just success. So what is transforming for you? Pile number one, I think you're headed toward this path of just success in whatever your endeavors are. And it's through pruning away what no longer serves you. And it's also through just substantial changes kind of unexpectedly happening. And it's nothing to be worried about, nothing to be scared about. But let's go ask, what are some of these changes that are happening for you? Pile number one. Literally, I am like nauseous right now. So maybe pile number one, you're really nauseous or you're nervous. But I'm nauseous because I had a bunch of caffeine and I drink coffee every day, but it makes me nauseous. And so maybe it's like masochistic of me to put myself through that. But I love coffee so much. Like, you wouldn't believe. I'm so addicted. But, and maybe some of you... Yeah, I mean, on that topic, I'm hearing another message from Spirit, which is some of you have a relationship with addiction or substance, and Spirit is telling me that the approach in your life that's changing is you're changing your approach to substances. But what are some of these changes that are happening for pile number... Okay, well, we got one card. Pile number one. So let's see. The Queen of Swords. So, Can we clarify that, Spirit? Can we clarify the Queen of Swords? Okay, got another card. The Nine of Cups reverse. And let's get one more clarifier. So what's happening to pile number one? The Ace of Swords. So okay, a lot of you, this is what I wanted to say, but I wasn't sure, which is why I had to clarify it. But a lot of you there's going to be some news headed toward you. Some news, and it's going to affect what you're grateful for or what you perceive you are grateful for. But what's happening is this news, whatever it is, it's putting you in your power to communicate back. And I think you're going to get an opportunity to talk back to whoever's delivering this news to you. But the news is about... well, I don't know what it's about. That's the thing, right? So, I mean, it depends on like who you are, like as a person and what you're going through. But there is some information headed your way, and it might have the potential to sort of turn your life a little upside down, or a little bit destabilize you in some way. That's just what I'm feeling. I'm never trying to scare people or like make them nervous, but it's all in service of you, pile number one. And think about the Queen and King of Pentacles that we got. There's a lot of abundance headed your way, and it's happening maybe not as fast as you think it might happen, but the changes are happening quickly for you. And is there a visualization, Spirit, that you want me to give pile number one? So let me think about this. Spirit, is there a visualization you want me to provide pile number one? I don't know why, like Kenny. There's like a name Kenny or Robert, for some of you. Is that a person? Kenny, Robert Kenny? I don't know. And then I'm just getting a vision of like a lot of you opening a box, and there's a lot of butterflies in the box, and it's a little overwhelming at first, but there's a message for you in that box, and it is something that you're going to cherish. So it's almost two messages coming your way. Something that's going to upend you a little bit, and another message that is something you're going to cherish. Or the first message you get is going to make you cherish yourself a lot more. Wow, how vague I am, right? But if you want to book a personal reading to get more details, book with me. My Etsy link is below, and you can book a reading from my Etsy store. Please comment what resonated. I love talking to you all in the comments, and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you for watching. Hi, pile number 2. So if you chose the relationships card with the number 39, this is your reading. I don't know why I feel compelled to say this, but like my hip flexors really hurts. I don't know, like I'm very sore, and I think every time I get like a sensation that I feel like I have to communicate, I'm always thinking that or feeling that someone watching the video has a similar sensation or they're going through something similar. But literally, my hamstrings hurt because I was a whore like 2 days ago, and I totally hooked up with somebody. Um, don't know why I'm telling you this, but so some of you might be like dealing with like bodily pain or like there's a general soreness that I'm sensing, or maybe just projecting onto you. But anyways, relationships, pile number 2. This is your reading. Ignore my ADHD. But very self-explanatory because the changes happening in your life. Oh, and by the way, before we get started, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment what resonates below. I love talking to you all in the comments. But new partnerships are coming your way, the card says. Reassess present relationships and leave behind those who do not support you. Be clear what you are committing to. So this is a similar energy to pile number 1 because the changes happening in your life, pile number 2, are about pruning, and you're really pruning away what no longer serves you. But the kind of the difference from pile number 1 to this pile is for you, it's a lot more about relationships, and you're really refactoring the people around you, like who serves you, who supports you, who doesn't, what kind of support would you want from people, what kind of people do you want in your life. And a lot of you, I'm getting a message from Spirit, are artists or you're creative in some way. And a message from Spirit is there's an influx of creative energy heading your way. Like there's some people who are creative, who are artists, or who get what it's like to be a struggling artist or struggling performer. And those are people who are headed your way. Interesting, right? But a lot of the changes as well for your pile number 2, and it's so funny because I just saw 222 on the video timestamp as I said that. But you're reflecting, and some of you are realizing that some people in your life might not be giving you the support that you need or that your soul really craves, and so you're about to go elsewhere to look for that support. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to drop people. It just means you're identifying that you have particular needs with the way you want people to express support for you. And the good thing is that is coming into your life. At least that's what I sense intuitively. And for some of you, Spirit, what is the message? So sometimes I get like these intuitive just like downloads and I have to like clarify, and I clarify by like really focusing on my third eye and like my connection to source, and I have to ask the question and I have to give the response back to you. But Spirit, what is the message that is popping up in my mind right now? And some of you are, you're about to connect with someone on a physical level that you haven't really experienced before, and it's going to be really fulfilling for you. So that's a message I have for some of you. Those are some of the transformations happening in your life. But let's go ahead and let's get some oracle cards. So, Spirit, how is pile number 2's life transforming? Spirit, how is pile number 2's life transforming? It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Yeah, so interesting, right? Because a message is some of you there's some negative people in your orbit. This is so fascinating. Girl, I'm gagged. IDK, what to tell you, but I am shook like at these cards. Because I had this message that like some of you there is like a negative energy of somebody in your orbit or someone in your circle, and you're releasing them. And I got envy and then failure, and it looks like, or this is what I feel. Someone in your circle might envy you, and it might manifest by them like pointing out criticism of things you've failed at, or things that you haven't been able to do, or they're putting pressure on you. And it's coming from this kind of this jealousy. I hear primordial jealousy. I don't know why, but you're releasing that person. So, wow, that's really interesting. But I'm also getting that if it's not a person externally, it's an internal criticism, an internal critic that you're releasing. And some of you, there's a book called The 5 Love Languages, and you got to give those love languages to yourself. And that's the message that I'm feeling. And, you know, those messages are like quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, physical touch, acts of service. And some of you need to think about how to provide that to yourself. Or how to provide that to the people around you, because this is so interesting, because this pile, it really is about relationships. You know, I think that's why you know, subconsciously or intuitively chose this card, relationships, because new people are coming your way and you're releasing old relationships or old patterns, and your approach to the people around you is going to change. And I'm hearing some of you are about to become more generous to the people around you for some reason. Why am I getting the feeling to pull from this deck? Let's pull from this deck. For the Journey of Love Oracle. So Spirit, pourquoi are we getting these cards? What is the transformation happening for pile number 2? Okay. Simplicity and soft. Yeah, so this is the transformation happening in your life with this simplicity card and then soft. You know, quite metaphorically, your life is about to get a lot more tender. The relationships in your life are about to become more nurturing. And part of it is you're realizing that's what you want and that's what you need and that's what you crave. And part of it is also people who are more nurturing, people who are more tender, people who understand spirit better or art are headed your way. Very beautiful, right? Pile number 2. You know, as always, if you want more specific details on like the type of people coming to your life, you can always book a personal reading with me. My link to my Etsy shop is below. Just got to plug that in. But who are some of these figures who are coming into your life? Pile number 2. I'm actually really interested. Tarantula. Oh my god, I don't know why I heard that. If you watch Drag Race, like that All Stars 3, Trixie Mattel verse, like, I got long, thick legs, like tarantula. Oh, how does it go? It goes like, something, I'm Trixie Mattel. Got my name in the game, better, because I do it well. Something, I don't know what it is. But it's Trixie Mattel, and she's like, I got long, I think that's like a tarantula. And if you call me kitty girl, I can handle ya. Hyena and frog. So, so who are you encountering in your life? Pile number 2. Someone shy, someone hurt, and someone really centered. I'm getting a figure, 3 people. And if they're not people, then it's an internal shift. You know, just choose what resonates for you. But with the tarantula is an energy. You know, tarantulas burrow, they hide, and they leap out when they feel ready. But the tarantula is an energy of planning. And so there's someone coming your way who is somebody who tends to shirk, tends to hide, tends to obscure themselves a little bit, but there's a sensitivity to them. There's a sensitivity to the tarantula spirit. The second person that I'm really feeling is this hyena, someone on guard, somebody who is a bit more on the defense, someone who is a little bit more suspicious. But what's happening is you're encountering this person, and the compassion, the tenderness, the sympathy is coming through, and you know, you're understanding this person better these days is a message for some of you if you already know this person. If not, it's someone coming into your life who has been injured in some way, and it's a restorative relationship between the two of you. Like, you're learning from each other. You're learning compassion from one another. And the third thing is some of you have a friend, the name Brianna is coming up to me, but I feel that this is someone who is centering, someone who centers you really well, somebody who you can count on. I mean, I don't know why. These are 3 major figures that I'm really feeling for you, pile number 2. But can we get messages from Spirit? So Spirit, what are some final messages about how pile number 2's life is about to change? the Knight of Swords. Some of you, this is a very specific message. Some of you are coming to the rescue to somebody. It might be this hyena spirit, this hyena person. But a lot of you are, because I see this energy, like you're charging in and you're really taking advantage of an offer to help somebody. And it's going to transform a relationship you have with that person. Pile number 2, how is your life changing? What's the transformation? 2 of Cups. This is so beautiful. So, you know what I just said with that energy of the person you're helping or the person you're coming to their aid to nurture. For some of you, it might develop into a really strong friendship. For a little bit of you, it might develop into like a romance, might blossom into that. But the point is that relationship that you have with that specific person, and I really think for a lot of you, it's going to be the hyena spirit. This relationship is going to become a lot more tender and a lot more, you're relying on each other a lot more. There's a lot more beauty there. So very interesting reading, pile number 2. As always, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I upload another reading. And I'm trying to do 2 today. And if you want to book a personal reading, my Etsy link is below. And always comment what resonates. And thank you for tuning in and watching this video. But pile number 2, I'm so excited for you. And I think what's really happening for you in summary is your relationship life is just transforming, and it's just becoming a lot more beautiful and a lot more tender. And the support that you want is coming your way, pile number 2. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Pile number 3, last but definitely not least, if you chose leadership with the number 37, this is your reading. So before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and as always, comment what resonates below. And I love talking to you all in the comments. I really appreciate it, and it really helps build our community together at Star Power Tarot, where, you know, if you're here, you're family. Is that an Olive Garden tagline? I don't know. I love Olive Garden. Anyways, ADHD. But this is an interesting pile because this oracle card is saying you are no longer the supporting cast. You are the leading man / woman or person, right? And B, take the initiative and lead the way for others to follow. You will be judged by the company you keep and by those you admire. So the changes, the transformation happening to you, pile number 3, is you're really stepping into like this BDE, big drag energy for those of you who watch Drag Race UK. But this main character energy. And I think there's a message that the upcoming year for you is like you're really front and center in a lot of the roles that you occupy in your life. And there's a sense of increasing importance, not in an egotistical sense, but what I'm feeling for you, pile number 3, is you're just becoming more important to people. Maybe you're being given more responsibilities at work. Maybe suddenly you have to take care of somebody in your family or like a friend. Maybe more people are seeking you out for advice. But what's happening for you is like this energy is about you really stepping into your power, pile number 3. That's what I really see for you. And I really think what used to scare you is no longer going to scare you. I see that in the hint of confrontation in her eyes in this card. But, I mean, let's get some oracle cards to see what's happening to you, pile number 3. I don't know why. Some of you might need to watch pile number 2. I'm just getting that message because there might be a message in pile number 2 if you were attracted to it. And ooh, one of the cards totally jumped out, and we're gonna go under the desk and find it. Okay, 2 cards. Wow, okay, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, and then take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, a lot of you are about to just get like more responsibility. So if you're working on like a small business, your business is, the success is going to accelerate or it's going to improve in some way. And Spirit's advice to you is to really just take time to rest. That 4 of Swords energy. I mean, we didn't get the card, but that's what I'm seeing in my third eye. is to give yourself time to empower yourself by just giving yourself the energy to rest, because you're going to need fuel. Um, and I think a lot of you, your flame is getting brighter. That's a message that I'm hearing from Spirit. Your flame is getting brighter, and your zeal for life, or your zeal for Spirit, or your connection to Source is strengthening, which I think is very beautiful. Pile number 3. I don't know why I was like hearing like, what's her name? Xenon, the warrior princess. Some of you might relate to that show. Veronica Mars, for some of you who are like my 90s kids. I mean, my older sisters are like in love with like Veronica Mars. And I think there was like a TV movie that just got released maybe a few years back. But Veronica Mars, as some of you are entering like a detective energy. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but like you're searching for something. Could be success. Some of you it's fame, or glamour, but like you're getting closer to that goal is a message that I'm hearing from Spirit. So how is your life about to transform? Let's see. So shuffle one more time. So Spirit, how is pile number 3's life about to transform? The 9 of Swords reverse. Okay. Put her over there. How is pile number 3's life about to transform? The 8 of Wands reverse. Very interesting. And then, oh, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that song. Is it Michelle Branch? Like, 'cause you're everywhere to me. And when I close my eyes, it's you I see. That song, you're everything I want, that makes me believe I'm not alone. And in that song, it's actually a metaphor because she's talking about, don't know why I said about that way, but she's talking about God. So some of you, your relationship to Source is getting stronger. Yeah, with the Page of Wands. Your relationship to purpose, your relationship to Source, your relationship to the universe is becoming much more aligned. And it's because you're taking a lot of initiative in your near future, pile number 3. So if you got this pile, there's a message for you, or maybe a warning to you that you might have to take more initiative from this point forward in your life. But a lot of you, some of the fear is melting away with this 9 of Swords reverse. The fear is melting away. The fear of things not working out is melting away, to be more specific. And I see that with the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands upright is, about manifestations happening rather quickly. Reverse, it's like a blockage. And, combined, these 3 tarot cards, I'm really feeling that you're taking initiative, even despite the worry that things might not work out, or despite past failures. And that is really pushing you into this leadership energy, this warrior, Xenon, Veronica Mars kind of energy, pile number 3. Spirit, is there a visualization that you want me to relay? Something about scooters, lime, or something about that. The scooters that you see around like the city, that you can like pay to like ride on without a helmet, not on the sidewalk. And theater, some of you, there's like a theater day or like a theater class coming up that you're about to take in the near future. And it might be an improv class or like a stand-up sketch comedy class. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like a lot of you, there's like a class or a learning environment that of some sort that allows you to take advantage of your creativity. How interesting, right? So how can we contour this reading, Spirit? Let's pull more from the Rider-Waite-Smith. Should we? Yeah. So, Spirit, what is happening to pile number 3? The 6 of Wands. Does this want to come through? Okay. It wants to come through upright. But yeah, Six of Wands, leadership, right? The Six of Wands is inherently a card about leadership. It's about success. It's about returning to, a hometown and being recognized for your worth, finally. So a lot of you, the transformation is you're being recognized for your work. And it feels so triumphant to you. And it's almost like this energy of people haven't even seen your failures. Like, it's been a long road. And I always quote Lana Del Rey, but I'm hearing that lyric like no one even knows how hard life was. I don't even think about it now because I finally found you, in the song Radio. And it's like this energy of like you're so much more successful and finally people can see it, but they don't see all the work it took to get there. And so it's a bittersweet kind of energy for a lot of you who chose pile number 3. I know I'm hearing like Robert De Niro. I don't know how that relates. But let's clarify. So what are some other... Okay. Well, I'm getting that this is a narrative. Well, is it a narrative? Whenever I get like a string of cards, I call it a narrative because I always read it in terms of flow. Queen of Wands, reverse. Six of Wands. Okay. Reverse. Let's see. What does this mean? Spirit, what does this mean? The Seven of Wands reverse, the Six of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands reverse. I am literally stumped. Okay, there's a message. Some of you are like, you're thinking about your peers or classmates, and they have not made it to the level you've made it. That's the message for you. And it's bittersweet. So there's a lot of bittersweet success energy here for a lot of you, where it's bittersweet because there have been so many failures, but now you're finally at a level that people recognize. For some of you, it's the people around you haven't caught up to you, and it's a little bit sad, or the people around you don't understand your success or why you do what you do and how you do it. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be like your close friends. But I mean, the point of this spread is to say you're not as alone as you think you are. And for some of you, Malachite might do some great work in terms of flooding open your heart space. I sense some heart blockage for some of you. But you're there, and I'm looking at the Six of Wands, and I'm really seeing that when you look up really close, like he's kind of having a scowl on his face. So there's this energy. Maybe there's a little anger about like you're mad that people didn't catch up to you, or you feel a little bit resentful, or you feel it's like bittersweet. It's a discomfort. There's a slight discomfort around the success, but the point is you are successful and you're about to be very successful. Pile number 3. Can we get one final card, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting pulled from the Rider-Waite-Smith, so we're gonna do that. What is the final card? What is the final message for pile number 3? Okay, Two of Pentacles, Four of Wands reverse, and then the Four of Cups reverse. So for some of you, the success, it's like you're successful, but a relationship had to be sacrificed. A friendship had to be sacrificed, or a friend dipped out before you could share the success with them. There's a lot of work-life balance that I'm seeing here with that Two of Pentacles, and that Four of Cups reverse. It's almost like you might not have the home or the relationship that you wanted, pile number 3, but like everything around you is so much more beautiful. Like it's glowing, but it's this bittersweet energy of like, some of you, like there's a feeling of like, I'm so successful, but I feel so alone. Like, how could I be so alone when like I have so much? That's the transformation that I'm really seeing. But the transformation from Spirit is really recommending that you just recognize that you're not alone. You haven't been abandoned. You're connected to Source. You're part of the universe, and thus you're part of everybody around you, inherently. And you will get to where you need to get in terms of your relationships. So I think that's why you need to watch pile number 2, because pile number 2 is so much about relationships and like relationships changing. But yeah, please watch pile number 2, pile number 3, if you feel pile number 2 resonates for you. But that's everything. Please leave a comment about what resonated, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up. That helps me so much. And if you want to book a personal reading, the Etsy link, my Etsy shop link, is in the video description below, and you can order a reading there. I also do 1-day delivery as an extra option if you want to book that. But thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel, and I will see you at your next reading. Thanks.